Okay, let's be real. We have all been there. You know the drill. You load up the laundry with a full, happy pair of socks, and when it's all done, only one lonely sock comes out. It feels like some kind of cosmic prank, right? Or maybe a full-blown conspiracy. Well, today, we're putting on our detective hats and launching a proper scientific investigation to finally get to the bottom of it. So, this is it. The big question. The ultimate laundry day mystery. Is there a sock monster living in your hamper? A secret portal to another dimension? Or is the answer a little less paranormal and a lot more scientific? Let's start gathering the evidence and see if we can identify our culprits. All right, our investigation has to start with the most obvious suspect in the room, the washing machine itself. It turns out that big, helpful appliance in your laundry room is actually a chaotic, sock-swallowing vortex of pure physics and, well, some interesting engineering choices. So let's break down what's actually happening inside that spinning drum. First, during that super fast spin cycle, something called centrifugal force flings the lightest items, like, you guessed it, our socks, to the very outer edge of the drum. This puts them in the perfect position to slip into tiny, almost invisible gaps. And because they're soaking wet, they just cling to any surface they touch, getting stuck in places they were never meant to be. And where exactly do they end up? Oh, the machine has its little secrets. If you've got a front loader, the #1 hiding spot is behind that big rubber seal on the door. For top loaders, they can slip right under that big central agitator. And in the most dramatic cases, a sock can literally get sucked into the drain pump filter. And hey, this isn't just a theory. Ask any appliance repair person. They find socks in these spots all the time. I just love this. While we're all panicking about a missing sock, a part of our outfit, engineers have this perfectly calm, clinical term for it. It just goes to show you that from a design standpoint, a sock is the perfect shape and size to cause a problem in a machine that isn't really built to handle something so small and flexible. Okay, it's super easy to blame the machine. It can't defend itself. But our investigation is now pointing the finger at a second culprit. And this one might be a little more familiar because, well, it's us. This is actually a really crucial point. Sock loss happens in two main places. Inside the machine, sure, but also completely outside of it. For every single sock that the washer eats, there's probably another one that never even made it into the drum in the first place. And let's be honest with ourselves, these little micro-lossy events happen all the time. A sock gets zapped with static cling and sticks to your pant leg, only to fall off in the hallway. A tiny black sock just disappears into a sea of dark clothes. Or my personal favorite, you find it weeks later balled up inside a fitted sheet. Each one is a tiny, innocent mistake. But man, do they add up. So we've looked at the machine, and we've taken a hard look at ourselves. But the final piece of evidence in this whole investigation might be the most surprising of all. Because it's not really about where the socks go, it's about what's going on inside our own heads. This is such a fascinating question to ask yourself. Does the problem of the missing sock feel way bigger than it actually is? Well, all the evidence suggests that, yeah, it absolutely does. And here's why. It's something called the pattern disruption effect. Basically, our brains are hardwired to love patterns and pairs. 2 shoes, 2 gloves, 2 socks. So when a pair is broken, it's like a little alarm goes off in our head. It's an unsolved puzzle, this cognitive itch, and our brains just hate leaving it unscratched. I mean, think about it for a second. You never do a load of laundry and get a burst of pure joy because all 99 pairs of socks came out perfectly fine. You don't even notice it. You completely forget about all those successes. But that one single lonely orphan sock, that failure sticks in your memory like glue, and it makes the entire problem seem way, way bigger than it really is. So, after looking at all the evidence, from the physics of the machine to the quirks of our own psychology, I think it's time. It's time to deliver the final verdict in the great case of the missing sock. The truth? There's no single bad guy here. The great sock conspiracy isn't a conspiracy at all. It's actually a perfect storm of a bunch of different factors all working together against us. First up, you've got the simple physics of the spin cycle, where that powerful centrifugal force is literally shoving small items into the machine's hidden danger zones. Then you have to add the engineering of the machine itself, which has all these built-in little gaps and crevices that basically act as unintentional sock traps. Of course, we have to throw in our own human behavior. all the simple mistakes of dropping a sock, missorting, and just plain overlooking these tiny items. And maybe, most importantly, you've got that powerful psychological bias that makes every single loss feel so much more important than all the wins combined. So, when you put all of that together, what do you have? You have entropy. It's really just the universe's natural tendency to move from a state of order to a state of disorder, one lonely sock at a time. So the next time you pull out that one single solitary sock, you'll know what's really going on. It's not a ghost in the machine. It's just a whole bunch of science conspiring against you. The real question is, does knowing the answer make it any less frustrating? I'm going to say, probably not.